All right, so the next step here, we've edited our garage walls, we've moved our door down, we flattened out the pad in front. So in my case, I flattened this out to 3016. Everyone's will be different there. Just make sure the water runs away from your home and you got a nice flat spot right out in front of where you'd park. So now we're going to fill this in with a building pad. Now I could offset my building pad from level 1. I'm going to go ahead and add in an additional level for my building pad. So again, this is 3016. I want my building pad to be 2 inches above that. So I'm going to go at 3018 for my building pad. So from the architecture, I'm going to go to level. I'm going to snap all the way over on this side, and I'm going to draw that level in, and then I will edit that. So I want this to be 301 and 8 inches. If you want to change these, if you want to call this garage, you can do that. You can call them garage floor, and when you do that, notice over here in your project browser, those things will edit as well. So at this point, you can see I'm just at 2 inches above grade. I'm going to go to the garage level now. So I'll double click on garage, and I'm going to draw in my building pad. So that's going to be inside these walls here when I place that on. Now notice, I still have this CAD plan showing up here, so you probably want to hide that. That's going to be something you're going to hide in almost all your views. And I'm going to work inside these walls as I work around here. And it is going to come out in the door opening. So now that we have that topography in, we can go to masking and site and start to add some building pads. Now if we look at pad 1, I'm going to go to edit type, and I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to say garage floor. And I'm going to hit OK on that. Now this is a 1 foot thick concrete floor. You are going to have a 4-inch concrete floor. Okay, if you want to put in concrete or something like that, I think it's cast in place. If that comes up, you can do that. Truly, there is actually another 4 inches of crushed stone under there. We're not going to add that in for simplicity. Just put your 4 inches there and hit OK on that. And then, so we're working with garage floor. We'll use the same thing in your basement as well. So we have this pick walls tool. I am just going to draw this in as I work around. So again, this goes on the inside of the wall. If you think about, if you go out in your garage, you'll see how that's drawn in. So I'm just working around those inside layers. And then your it actually goes underneath the door system. Remember, there is no wall under there, but you do have, that's where the little taper is in your garage. And right now this is set to garage with a height offset of 0. If you didn't create a new level, you could add a negative base offset from level 1, but we did, so we're going to hit the check mark on that. And we'll see what we got. We don't see much in 3D other than you can see it protruding underneath of the garage door, which is what we want. When I go to the last section that I placed in there, I can now see I have that garage floor going through there. See how it brought the dirt up underneath of it. So I'm good to go at that point. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to add a building pad down in your basement as well. Now, while we're here talking about this garage, these walls, these are 6 feet below, or no, they have a base offset of 4 feet, and then they go all the way up to level 2. Not really necessary in my garage at this point, so I can probably bring these things down. If I want to use the same top offset, I could. So I could say, up to level, and then give these guys, and let's just grab, if we can, let's do them all at the same time, so we're not typing this in 3 times. Let's drop the top offset down negative 4 feet and see what that's going to look like. Alright, let's see what happens there. So that looks a little more natural for your garage height. Now that means that this wall really needs to change to an exterior wall. So I would probably just delete that and then see if you can extend this thing over. So I'll go to my floor plan for that. Grab this thing here and grab that little dot. I'm going to bring this all the way over to here and see what that looks like in 3D now. Just depending on how your roof is going to look, you may have some of this exposed if you're going with another shed roof. If it's a gable, maybe you don't see much of that at all. But that's something to consider, is bringing that down so you don't have 15-foot ceilings in your garage. All right, next video we'll get to is adding in your basement floor.